What's going on, you bunch of heretics? And welcome to Heresy is My Therapy. It is episode 1 of the Heresy Journals. This is a journal, if you will, a bit of a log of what's going on in the world of Heresy is My Therapy. This is talking about army lists, games I'm playing, projects I'm working on, giving you a bit of a sneak peek behind the curtain of what it's like doing all of this all the time and keeping you updated with everything I'm doing. I also want to get your feedback specifically on army lists and things I've chosen to take in my sort of like weekly games that I'm kind of now playing and kind of a bit of a help me guys, please, I need your advice. So plenty of comments, things I'm doing right, things I'm doing wrong. It also gives you an understanding of what I'm working on, so projects that I've currently got ongoing and projects that I am going to be taking on in the future. That's basically what this is all about. So yes, and also of course little things like what I've bought, what I've purchased, what I think about certain products, and of course further on to that, like where I've kind of been throughout the week in my sort of like wargaming adventures. So yes, that's basically what the Heresy Journal is all about. First, I just want to caveat by saying a big thank you to Lashhammer for the inspiration of doing this. We had a bit of a chit chat about how to go about doing something like this. I'm very aware that she does her hobby diaries, Warhammer diaries, and I didn't want to kind of mimic that or take that from her because that's like her thing. I want to kind of make this my own. But we had a good chat about how I would go about doing it, the ways and means it would be quite interesting. So a big shout out to her. If you haven't already, head over to Lashhammer's page, give her a subscribe, and obviously follow her journey in this world as well. Anyway, let's get straight into it. But let's get into it because I want to talk about my Space Marine army list. Let me just bring it up here. I've got it here, good to go. This is something we need to speak about first of all because, okay, so this is now game 2, but we have maybe an hour and a bit every sort of Thursday to be able to kind of play. For the more would-be experienced among you will know that, well, yeah, that's no problem. So you get plenty of done there, but when you are just kind of not starting out, but getting back into it, learning the rules, it takes a bit of time, and we're learning all the different rules that you can do. I'm just going with Space Marines. I had 1,000 points the other day. We put some things together, but now we're kind of moving a bit quicker with stuff. So I put together a 1,500 point Space Marine list. It's 1495. And I've obviously got, obviously it's my Redeemed Sons. If you probably see the channel, you'll know the ones I'm talking about. That are kind of like my loyalist Sons of Horus type theme army. That's the kind of thing. It's the sea green that you've seen me paint before. Right, so again, I am relatively, I say limited on what I can take. I've got a lot of different units available to us, but this is the list I wanted to take. I wanted something that had some hard-hitting firepower with some speed that I could use to take some objectives throughout the game. Now, I will caveat again by saying this. I roll notoriously bad. Will, Dave and Fabio in our MESBG club will be able to vouch for how terrible I roll. Okay, anyway, so right, let's get to it. So obviously I've got 1495, 1495 points, so 5 points below. Gladius Task Force, that's always seems to be the one. I do like the different combat doctrines that you have available. So I've got 3 captains. One is my warlord. He is going to be with the company heroes. I have given the Neo-Volkite pistol, massacrated power weapon, close combat weapon, the Honor Vehement enhancement. Really like that. It's definitely serves some purposes, and I'll talk about the game in a minute. Obviously you've got Oath of Moment, Devastating Wounds. Captain number 2, he's got a pistol. So you've got a plasma pistol and a power fist, and I've given him Adept of the Codex, and I'm putting you with my Infernus squad. Captain with jump pack, gotta be, again, you know, hand flamer, relic weapon, artisan armor enhancement. Okay, so assault scissors with jump pack, 10 of those. Company heroes to go with my captain. Went with the Desolation squad mainly because I think they're quite cool, and they've done some cool stuff already. But again, I roll notoriously poor, so not that great. Eradicator squad, 10 Infernus Marines. For me, they seem like a bit of an auto take. They hit straight away and they just do a lot of damage. Stern Guard Veteran Squad. I love these models, but I just feel like I'm just not using them right. So if you can please, somebody, tell me how to use them right. Should I be running them as a unit of 5, or do they need to be bolstered up with more? I then got an Outrider Squad. Again, they're quite quick. They did a bit of damage and obviously good to take some objectives with. I think that new Thunderous Charge, their special rule? Yeah, Thunderous Impact is fantastic. And of course I've got a Ballistus Dreadnought, and we've got the Gladiator Lancer with all the accoutrements on there. That is my armor list at 1500 points. I'd love to know what you think of it. Does it work well? Doesn't it work well? What should I be looking at to take for our sort of like next game? We're halfway through my turn 2. Just because we were setting up, going through bits and pieces, talking about what we've taken together. My buddy that I'm playing with at the moment, and he's been really great. He's taken Tyranids, and there was a lot on the table to deal with. So let's talk about the game so far and give you guys what's happening so far. I have taken out 3 Von Ryan Leapers, I've taken out a Lictor, and I have taken out his Psychophage. That's been done in turns 1 and obviously half of my turn 2. I still have a fair bit to go. Things that are going well, I mean, you know, don't get me wrong, the Ballistus Dreadnought, okay, is, for me at the moment, the Ballistus Dreadnought seems to be doing a really, really good job at the moment. That seems to be my model that I'm taking a lot of stuff out with. It just seems to be hitting very, very well, and it's doing a great job. Been to One World lately, have we done? Right. Yeah, and it's doing really, really nicely. So far, oh goodness gracious me, what are they called? The Eradicators. Oh god, I'm trying to bring up my arm list again. I'm so sorry. Yeah, the Desolation Squad. Actually, really, really quite handy. They took out the Lictor quite nicely. Again, with that, the fact that you don't have to see the target, you can do the indirect hits. Took some wounds. They took some wounds out of it, and then obviously the direct one was nice as well. The problem I have is I just roll really like averagely. I roll below average most of the time. If there's ever a time where you need anything but a 1, I will get the 1. It's just the way it is. Honestly, that is generally just how I roll. But it is what it is, and obviously my buddy, he just seems to roll consistently high when it comes to his saving throws. So hey, it is what it is. But otherwise, you know, they're going quite well. The Outriders did a good job, but unfortunately got hit pretty hard. The Gladius, unfortunately, with his Lancer, did some really good damage, took out some bits and pieces, knocked some wounds off his Tyrannofex. However, that Tyrannofex is a tank killer. He literally one-shotted my Gladius straight off the table, turn 1, boom, gone. Which sucked. That sucked, I won't lie, it hit hard, and but I gotta figure out what we gotta do. Luckily, I've still got the Assault Intercessors with jump packs currently in Deep Strike. They're about to come on a little bit later on. I just need to free up some space on the table for them to come in and do some decent damage. I need to be careful though, because he's a trickster in true form, and he might decide to place bits and pieces all over so that I can't bring them in, what with that 9-inch Deep Strike, which is a little frustrating. So yes, at the moment the game's going well. We're learning plenty, which is always nice. We're getting much quicker, and it's just obviously the things like Oath of Moment's really handy. There are a lot of rerolls still available within the Space Marine stuff, and obviously that Gladius Task Force has got some really cool rules. I'm currently in Devastator Doctrine at the moment, which just means I can move, advance and shoot in the same turn, which is really, really nice. So just kind of getting up the board, trying to get some objectives, and then just kind of blasting away, which is always handy. Prime example of my terrible dice rolls, my Inferno squads are currently having taken -2 to their move, obviously due to the Barb Gaunt's hit and with their special rule. So obviously I moved in advance, hoping I'd get somewhere. Obviously they can only move 4 inches, and I rolled a 1 for the advance, so winner. So yes, really loving 40k at the moment. That's going really, really well. Obviously, I'll follow some of these with some of our MASBG reports as well. But yes, I am enjoying the 40k game, really enjoying how it's playing, moving up, doing bits and pieces, taking bits and pieces off. But I've noticed that going first isn't always that great. You kind of want to go second, take the brunt of the hits, and then you can kind of deal your return damage afterwards. Going first, this is the second game now, going first, I've just been like, you need to really have that damage on there straight away, especially when you've got a lot of terrain features to deal with. But yes, going first has been a bit of a frustrating one, that's for say. But yes, units that are doing poorly, I don't think anything's doing poorly. The Stern Guard veterans at the moment, it's not that they're doing poorly, it's just that I don't think I'm using them right. So if you have used them, you know how to use them, or have any recommendations for how to use them, please let me know in the comments below, and I'd be really, really appreciated if you could do that. That would be awesome. Right, moving on, projects, what's going on? First of all, first things first, you guys probably would have seen on my Instagram page, I've done doing a bit of work with the Travelling Man for their hashtag Super Brush Bowl challenge. 4 paints, 1 Super Bowl model, Blood Bowl model, and obviously get it painted up throughout the course of February. So first of all, I just want to say a huge thank you to Travelling Man, because not only did they send me out a really cool box to take part in this, they also sent me out a nice Blood Bowl team. So that's going to be added to the pile project. Hopefully getting some of these done this month. And if you are a Blood Bowl player or have these, I will be building these, getting a tutorial out on these as well. So that's part of the project going on there. Also ongoing projects, so yes, that's going to be going on there. So again, a big thank you to Travelling Man UK for sending me out the pack. It's really, really kind of them, and if you guys want to find out how to get involved in it, head over to the Travelling Man. It will be in the description below. Other current projects going on, I'm currently doing 20 Sons of Horus Heresy Marines. You've probably again seen those on the channel. Again, I've done a tutorial or two on those, which is, I'm really enjoying painting them. I've got literally 3 more to do, and they're going to get sent back to Ben. They're his, so that's kind of ongoing. Do I have any on these? I know they're all getting dry brush at the moment. We have got, what else have we got going on? So they're being done. We've got the Grey Knight. So the Grey Knight model at time of filming is done. That should be available for you to watch now. Hopefully you can see that. And I will just say that there is, what have I got in it? So it consists of 10 Grey Knights, a Castle and Crow, and a Dread Knight. Where is the old Dread Knight? I think he's around here somewhere. Where is that big old chunky boy? Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. Looking forward to getting that done. So that's currently on the ongoing projects pile as well that I'm painting for Chris. So yes, so we've got 10 Grey Knights. Hopefully I've got 2 or 3 of those done. 2 or 3 of those done, and yeah, just got the Crow to do. That'll probably be that might be a tutorial video, or I might just have that separate as a thing for Chris. Then of course the Dread Knight as well, and obviously using those Army Painter Speed Paint Metallics has been super helpful. Next, of course, we've got the Apothecary charity model. Hopefully again you guys have seen that, and hopefully there should be a little bit of B-roll footage going over us right now of that model. Again, I'll just show you it if you can't see it, but here he is, just here, Alden. I've kind of gone with this really, the Angels of Death type theme from that TV series. When they came up, it was all in like black and white. I thought that was just really cool. So I kind of wanted that sort of theme. So it's all black and white with the red that he would have. So that's another one that I've done for the Apothecary, for the Apothecarian charity. So that's kind of ongoing as well. Then of course I've got my Redeemed Sons, my own personal army, if you will, for obviously my ongoing 40k, learning 40k properly and getting back into the gaming aspect of all, not just painting. So that's really kind of cool. So I've got probably half of the armies done. I just need to get the rest of it done bit by bit. So yes, they're the current projects that are ongoing. Now with the Blood Bowl team, the Horus Heresy models that are ongoing, the Grey Knights that are ongoing, and then future ones is obviously going to be some Salamanders, again for Ben, for the rest of sort of his stuff that he wanted doing. So yeah, that's currently where I am, and as you can see, it's a lot. It's very, very busy with ongoing projects, with a balance with a full-time job as well, but I am working through it bit by bit. Upcoming stuff that I think you guys are going to enjoy. Obviously, the Combat Patrol magazines coming out. We're going to be doing some more kind of unboxing videos with those when they arrive with the Heresy Journals. So Warhammer Old World. Oh yeah, went to Warhammer World the other day. We'll bring it up in a minute. Warhammer World, went there the other day with my sister. Had a blast, as always. Had to pick up this. This is now like my third or fourth one of these now. But I love them. They're great. So yes, Warhammer was great. If you haven't seen that video, go over and check it out. We had a really, really great day out. So yeah, Farsight and Farseer potential ongoing ones in the future, but obviously next episode I'll probably have done some bits and pieces and we'll have started something else and bought something else because something else would have been brought out. But yes, they are my current projects. That was a bit of a weird way of doing it, wasn't it? They're my current projects. Right, finally, obviously the Death Korps of Krieg box has finally come out, and as you can see, it is right behind me. Overview. So, you know, let's be honest here, this is going to be an upcoming Krieg project with plenty of videos for that to come. How to paint Death Riders, Engineers, probably the Lord Commander Dreer as well. That's going to have to be a tutorial as well. I'm very much looking forward to getting those done. Now I will say, and this is probably going to be a separate episode talking about codexes in general, but I have to say, the ones that come in these boxes, these limited edition ones, are sublime. Like, the quality of these is genuinely ridiculous. It's, yeah, like, they're just lovely. The codex in this was really nice. The data cards are really, really nice. The whole thing is just great. I am going to have to do like a separate video on codexes, because the two that I've got, I mean, all the ones I've got, all the books that I've got for these, they just don't disappoint. And this Krieg box is no exception either. Again, like most of you, you've probably got the box. There's no point in doing an unboxing. Like me, you probably agree that Krieg box is absolutely stunning. All the models inside, I can't wait to start building them, along with all the other projects, as you can see, that I've got going on. And I'm looking forward to taking you on that journey with the Heresy Journals. And yeah, so the Krieg box is obviously going to be another project. That's an army that I want to start building up over time, but unfortunately it is a costly, as we've discussed already in previous stuff. As it's been mentioned, £400 is going to cost for 1,000 points there or thereabout for a Krieg army if you've already got that box. So yeah, very, very interesting. But it is what it is. That's just the game that we play. It's the one that we enjoy. But yes, so the Krieg box, really, really nice. The codex is absolutely stunning. The data cards are really nice. But yeah, it's, do you know what it is? It's the quality feel of these codexes which just does my head in. Because you're like, oh, just go digital. And then you're like, oh, but these are so nice as well. The artwork, the model range in here, you know, all the lore that's inside. Which, of course, if you've already got this, you will know about. So yes, unfortunately, I'm not at the dizzy heights yet of receiving free stuff. That's going to be a long, long way away, I reckon. But hey, that's part of the Heresy Journals for you. So yeah, I think that's kind of everything really. This new kind of format, talking about the army list, talking about the games we've had, talking about some of the projects that we've got going on and upcoming projects. Obviously, talking about some of the boxes that have been released and a little bit of just chit-chatting away. Anyway, guys, I really, really would appreciate any help that you might have, any hints and tips, but mainly on my army list building and kind of ways to use that Gladius task force. So if you do have any comments on it, please, any productive? I think that's the right one, yeah, productive comments on how to use that task force properly, or what should be an absolute auto take if I can get hold of them, then please, please, please let me know. I really would appreciate your feedback on that. All right, guys. Anyway, that is episode 1 of the Heresy Journals. Hopefully this will be a continuing thing. The podcast wasn't really something I put too much effort into, and that's kind of thing in the past. It's all about these Heresy Journals. keeping you guys a little behind the scenes of what I'm working on a lot of the time, what I'm trying to get done, projects I'm working on, games I'm playing, and a bit of an insight to this little world that I've now kind of found myself in. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.